Well, here we are, guys. Jake here with you, back on another just a little update video on Demko Modelworks. Just to get you informed, up on the 1/1400 scale Enterprise D. As you can see, I've gotten all my windows etched in the way I want them. Just edge. The ones that I want, I got etched in, and then I'll fill the other ones in later with a black with black. So, but I tell you what, folks, this sure is tedious work. I was fortunately enough to have a little hobby knife that I got a kit from Harbor Freight, and it comes with several different. Let me get this out for you real quick. All right, this is just a little bitty old kit here that has several different knives, different type of blades you can use, and I picked out the ones from right here. This is more of like a pick type tool, I guess, and it comes with different size blade, different size knives and stuff like that, and it's a pretty good little kit. It's not the greatest, but it'll do for certain little aspects of model working. But it cost me about $15 at Harbor Freight, and it was it's a pretty good little kit. Like I said, the blades aren't the greatest, but they'll do. Now, and I spent countless just hours and hours yesterday, probably a good portion of the day, just etching out these little windows. And like I said, I just used my pick here, and let me zoom in here. And what I did is I just started etching off the the paint and everything, and scratching out. And once I got my area cleaned off, I just took a little brush and cleaned it, brushed it all away. Now I guarantee you, folks, that you're going to have issues. Some of the areas, like right, I'll zoom in. Right here, my knife slipped and kind of scratched off the paint. And this is what I was telling you, folks, that with this clear edition, you're going to have issues like this where you accidentally touch it or nick it or something, and it's gonna scratch off the paint. So what I suggest you do is get it, and then you can put a gloss coat over it to protect it. After you get all your touch up and everything, I've got to go back and do some touch up painting up here, and then down in this area. But I've got it all out, and I'll hold it up to the light for you and show you how it looks in the light. And you can see it looks real well. It's going to light up real nice and pretty. So that's going real good. And did my phaser bank around the top side. So this is done, and it's ready to where I can go through now and just scuff up with some sandpaper the inside of this real well, to where it'll the light will bounce off and attract the light pretty well. So then I can start drilling in my holes for my navigational lights on the saucer. And then there's going to be a beacon light up here on the top where the bridge dome goes on. There's going to be a beacon light there. But I've gotten my base coat down on just about all my parts now. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult to do because of some of the windows that are up in here. I'll zoom in for you, and come on, focus, and back out. There we go. Some of these windows here are a little bit longer and in a smaller area than the I guess the quarters, but that's that's going to take a little bit of time. I'll probably etch out all these windows. Maybe I may do kind of like what I did on the top saucer, just do a few at a time, and then I'll drill my hole out somewhere, probably right in here, to run the wire down through the base, and I'll probably mount the board in the base of the saucer somewhere in here. But there's there's going to be plenty of room to do all that. And as well, I started laying in the lighting for my nacelles. Got those in there, you know, and they, you know, light up real well. So what I'm going to do is probably, let me move this saucer out of the way here, folks. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a beacon light here, and then probably run a piece of sheet styrene right through here, because the lens goes all the way up to this area here. I'll show you a little bit better. It'll go all the way, it'll butt up to this little ridge right here. And so probably what I'll do is I'll put a piece of sheet styrene in right here and run probably a 5mm red LED right here in the middle, and light block it so where it's kind of sticking in a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna run it into where the bulb is just barely sticking through the sheet styrene, and of course I'm gonna frost the, you know, color in the lens and frost it, but I'll probably just run an LED, 5mm LED right in here at the beginning to where it's just barely poking through, and then what I'll do is I'll light block it with a piece of shrink wrap, the rest of it, to where that way it won't bleed back through the blue, and I may take some blue paint and just spray over those, give it a light coating on that. So it's coming along pretty well. I'll probably start working on the nacelles, getting them set up and whatnot, and then I'll probably start doing the same thing with the wiring and the secondary hole lighting and all this. I still got to do my trench work through all this, so it's gonna be some time this weekend. Then I'm gonna try to order my decals soon, so for this, and then I got to do all my trench work, so that's going to take some time to do. But once that's all done on the pylons and stuff, then I'll pay my putty over it, and then I'll do my base coat. So it's coming together, folks, and I'll be doing another update video on this, part 2 or 3, I guess you'd call it part 3, on this, and kind of show you what we're doing from there. So that's it, folks, and take care, and just want to say thanks to all the subscribers that have come along and now have over 130 subscribers to the channel, and I'm very, very pleased with the amount of views that I've gotten. I'm now over 3,000 views on the channel, and I hope to see more coming along, and it's been a blast doing this, folks. So we'll keep you informed on everything else that's going on here, and we'll be getting back to work on some of the other stuff as well, and go from there. So until then, folks, we'll see you around the bend.